Hey, what's up, guys? So tonight is my LCS trade night in Riverside, California. The card show is called Rizzo Sports Cards, I believe. I went to one of their trade nights last year. Made some deals. Small little card shop, but the event for trade night that past time that I went was a success because there were so many people. There's so many people that, some of us had to, sit outside and make the deals, which was fine. So I'm looking to go back there again. I have my slabs. I'm all ready to make the transactions and ready to make the deals, whether it be selling or trading. Looking forward to it. So afterwards, I'll show you guys all the deals that I made, all the sales that I made, and I'm just looking to have a successful night. So let's get it. So these are the cards that I'm taking to trade night. There's going to be nothing high end here. In the blue, you're going to see the price that I paid and the time frame that I bought that card in. So like I said, it's nothing high end, but it's just some cards that I want to move. It's going to be roughly 70 something slabs, including some raw. And, these are the slabs that I'm looking to either sell or trade at the trade show tonight. So I'm just going to go through them real quick, not take too long. Well, guys, we're here. We made it. We made it, guys. It should be over yonder, as the South like to say, speech over there yonder. Looks like a big night. So let's do this. Should be better than last time. Rizzo Sports. Rizzo.
I tried to get to that road for you, so I'm like, oh, you're a bigger dude, like, oh, my 2X or XL. I was gonna find
Check out this fire. Check out that fire. It's all fire. All fire. How'd you get these Ric Flair autos?
I bought them on eBay a few years ago.
Did you rip them or did you buy them?
I bought them on eBay.
Okay, that's a cool.
I love this Leaf Masterworks, the 101 the sketches.
I don't know why. A lot of people are against Leaf, which they make some of the best products, I think.
Yeah, those are really cool because each one's a 101, each one's an artist painting, and there's some really cool ones. And they don't have a major license.
Yeah, they're unlicensed.
That's the thing, but.
I look past that because I'm just like, it's still a Ric Flair, it's still auto, like that. I look beyond where that. So
It's really cool Optimal cards. Bring very many with me because nobody can want them.
Prodigy Card Collector. Just made this deal, just a quick sell, $30. Daniel Tomlinson, PSA 9, red refractor out of 139. Did you get your cards on camera, man? I want to put this in my video.
Yeah, bro, appreciate it. Here's my Instagram, bro. But it's at 30. Any modern stuff? Is it all packaged?
Straight trade. Release.
It's all over the place for pricing.
Actually, what's funny? The last trade night here is this where I got it from. I got it from another trade. It was the same place. The last trade night that they had.
They posted a nice one of them. I'd like to get this one of them.
Oh, he has it?
Yeah. He's asking like 23.
Need another deal. Hey, what's up, guys? Just got back from the trade night. Went pretty good. I stayed there all the way up to almost where it's closing. Made a couple of deals, made a couple of transactions. Nothing like too high end of a trade. First of all, I didn't bring anything really high end. The feeling of the show, I think it was, mostly raw cards. There was slabs, but I think the majority of all the cards that everybody brought was mostly raw cards, which I can't blame them because, PSA the past couple months have raised their prices, and now it's like you got to be careful of what you bring or what you submit to PSA now. But regardless, I think I made some decent deals that I could potentially either PC or possibly sell later in the future. So I'll show you these transactions and the deals I made after this. But overall, I think it was a good night. I'm willing to go again. I've been to these Rizzo trade nights before. They spark a lot of attention. I'm glad to make friends and partners in the hobby and just to talk sports and sports cards. I love that. It's the transaction with these people that I meet at these shows, at these trade nights, that really prompt me to go again. So very successful night. And like I said, I'll show you guys all the transactions I made. All right, guys. So these are my trades and my transactions, beginning with trade number 1. I traded my 2019 Donruss Optic Hyper Pink Jaw Morant PSA 9 and my 2019 Optic Blue Velocity Kevin Porter Jr. PSA 9, and also my Vlad Guerrero Jr. Optic Rated Rookie Auto. It's not numbered. So I traded those three for an Bowman Sterling Auto rookie card of Jazz Chisholm. I think he's a good upcoming prospect, so I figured why not. I also traded for my first Lewis Hamilton card. Initially, I don't collect F1, so this will be my first F1. I wouldn't say that I'm totally dedicated to collecting F1. I just happened to see this in his collection, so I decided, hey, you know what? Why not? It's also a purple refractor, and it's numbered to 399 and an SGC 9. So I figure why not pick it up, start there, I still got to watch the actual Netflix series of F1, so maybe I'll watch that, catch up, and maybe I'll get into it. But for now, it's kind of like, if I see it as part of a trade deal, I'll get it, but I'm not actively going after F1 cards right now. I also traded for a LaMelo Ball Mosaic Pink. It's not a high-end card. It's just a Mosaic Pink. These don't go for much. I would say $40-50 at the most. And same thing with the Tom Brady. The only reason I like the Tom Brady Mosaic Red was because it was a color match to his uniform. And Tom Brady you can't go wrong with. So I figured why not pick this up with the trade. So I made that trade. All in all, with this trade, I think I took a loss in this trade as far as value, but to me, it doesn't matter because, like I said in the beginning of the video, I wanted to move on from the cards that I have. So I don't mind taking a loss. I don't mind trading for cards that I think that would have a possible future, So you guys can roast me later for this deal, but I figured it was a good deal in my mind at that moment. All right, my trade deal number 2 that I made. I had this Kevin Garnett Topps Finest rookie card. It was a raw copy. I've had this forever, and that's why you guys see the question marks on the card, because I don't know how much I got it for. I've had it for so long. I'm happy to move on from it. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a little off-centered, so it's not worth sending to grading, in my opinion. So I was either going to sell it or trade it, and I finally moved on from that card. I also moved on from my LeBron James Blue Velocity and PSA 9. I got it for $95 and back in August 2020. It's probably a $50 card now, I want to say. And then I also traded for my 95 metal Michael Jordan and PSA 9. I bought that in April. That card is probably worth $30 today. I also traded my 2003 Upper Deck LeBron James Redemption Special and a PSA 8. And the funny thing is, the first trade night that I went to in Rizzo a couple of months ago last year, I got this same card in a trade. So I wasn't too fond of it as far as like having it in my PC, so I just put it back where I wanted to either sell it or trade it. But I was happy to move on. The fellow I was trading with, he wanted the card, so I figured, why not? In return, I got 2 Luka 2018 hoops. And I also got a Kobe Bryant Prism, first year Prism actually. Luka and Kobe are probably the ones that I'm collecting right now that I'm going after. So these are not too high-end cards. I will probably send the Kobe Prism off the PSA. As far as the Luka, I'm going to hold off. One of those cards, the corner is kind of like, it kind of has some edge wear, and the corner itself is kind of, I see some whitening or some rounding on it. So I might, either way, I'm not going to send the Lucas to grading, but however, the Kobe Bryant, it looks decent centering. The condition looks good. As far as the surface, I would guess it'd be decent, but I would think that PSA would grade that as a 9. I could be wrong, but I'm shooting for a 9 in that case. So I will eventually send the Kobe Bryant Prism off to PSA whenever I get the chance, or whenever I get my two other orders back. I've actually been waiting on 2 orders from PSA for over a year now. I sent those 2 orders off January and February last year, 2021, and I still have not gotten them. So I kind of just want to hold off until I get those 2 orders back, which I should be soon, I'm hoping. But until then, I'm going to hold off sending any cards to PSA. The only sell that I had was this Ladillian Tomlinson 2007 Topps Chrome Red Refractor in PSA 9. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm sorry about the glare. It's kind of off-centered from right to left. I wanted to move on from it just because of that scenario. If it had been a good centering, then I probably would have kept it in my PC. However, PSA is very relaxed, or at least back in the day they were relaxed when they graded these cards. So they graded it at PSA 9, but however, these days I would think it'd come back as an 8 just because of the off-centering from right to left. So I decided to move on from it. Initially, I wanted to trade. The guy that I met, I don't think we came to any deals. However, he still wanted to purchase the card. I told him, you know what, go ahead, $30. I did take a loss for this card. I bought it back in October of 2021 for $100. So I think in all these deals, I did take a little loss, but you know, you just got to move on. You know, it's kind of like you're holding these cards, and it's either you take the profit or you just sit there. The card just sits there, and you don't do anything with it. Now, if it's part of your PC, it doesn't matter, but I have a lot of inventory of cards that are not a part of my PC that I either want to sell or trade, and it's very hard to sell or trade cards that you don't want in your inventory, depending on the type of card. But for the most part, it's very hard to move on from cards. You have to have the right buyer. You have to have the right collector that wants these cards. Hopefully, I can move them in bulk later on this year. I plan to be a vendor at one of the shows in, I think, either April or May. So hopefully I move on from the cards or this huge inventory that I do have. But yeah, I'm probably going to take a loss on those cards too. But you know what? Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind taking a loss. You know, cash is cash in my mind, in my opinion. So I think we all take a loss or two these days eventually. But I'd rather profit from it than the card just sit there. So I hope you guys liked the video. It took a little while to edit, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.